You've played every position besides shortstop and catcher. You pitched for an inning. Do you have a love? Do you have like your heart at one spot, or
It's a great question.
do you like being all around?
I think there's a balance. I think when you first come up, just getting on the field and being able to play anywhere, it's huge, especially when you're playing for Joe Madden. He will literally put you anywhere. I had come up as a second baseman, so I played at some outfield in college, but I came up as a second baseman. Basically, them saying like, hey, we want you to play second. And Hoppy wasn't established yet, and Addison was the shortstop, and it was kind of like, there's going to be a spot on the field somewhere. So then I get up. I'm playing right field in game one because Hayward's hurt, and then I'm playing center field, and I hadn't played center field since college, and I just got thrown into the fire. So for me, kind of the cool experience of being in AAA, everything else was not great, but playing center field for 99 games. I played like maybe a couple games at second, but for the most part, I played just a ton of center. So getting to play there every day and learn the position, I felt really confident. And it was something I hadn't gotten to do in my professional career yet because I was really confident at second base when I called to the big leagues and then became an outfielder. So I think that part of it, because you get labeled so quickly as like either bad at everything defensively or like really good at one thing. I don't think anyone's ever like, this guy's a utility guy and he's awesome at all the positions. Like he should win a Gold Glove at 9. So I think even, being a good athlete and really, I played really a good second base my first year in the league. Like I played a lot of games. I made 2 errors and one of them was like on a diving play. Like I was like, I'm a good second baseman. Like I can do this. And you get labeled as a bad defender. And so for me to be able to lock down one position and like be able to do it consistently and kind of prove that I can play defensively somewhere, that would be great.
So sometimes analysts, pundits or whatever, like I think Jake and I have done it for some Yankees players before. Do you tie your batting statistics to the position you're playing that day at all? Like, sometimes people are like, well, for you, your best numbers actually come when you're a pinch hitter, which is bullshit. Like, how the fuck are you so good at pinch hitting?
Glaber had massive splits. When Glaber played shortstop, his numbers were better than when he was playing second base.
So people said that he's more comfortable. Is that real at all?
I'll touch on one thing about my pinch hitting. Might be the best pinch hitter of all time. Look, those are results.
Your pinch hitting numbers are bullshit.
Pinch hitter. I am a nasty pinch hitter.
Trev, you see these?
What's the trick?
Dude, 296
sucked at pinch hitting.
296 batting average, 409 OPS, 1.057 OPS as a pinch hitter. Like that's bullshit, man. No one's supposed to be that good at pinch hitting.
Yeah, but you got to get some more bats in AAA. You're not.
Yeah.
You're not ready yet.
I think the most difficult part, I don't have one position I think I like rake at, but I do think that not knowing where you're going to play and the preparation that goes into not knowing where you're going to play can affect hitting and not knowing if you're going to be able to play one position for the entire game or, I think that it's all part of it. And I had a great teacher in Ben Zobrist who was able to tell me like the way that he prepared and the way that he thought about it. And he was back and forth all over the place. And one of his mantras was to just be as vanilla and as safe as possible. You play the ball off the wall, you hit the cutoff man in the chest, like just whatever, because if you're playing more than one position, you just don't try to do too much because that's when you get yourself in trouble. And that was something that I really learned a lot from him, and watching him was just the consistency that he was able to go out there and play the game.
If the Cubs are up, the division's locked up, you got 10 extra games, are you going to go tap Rossi on the shoulder and be like, hey man, I never caught or played short, only 2 I haven't?
I don't need to catch. I don't think I would love to play shortstop just for just give me an inning at short. I think if I get an inning at short, then maybe at some point I'll be like, hey man, if there's a position player throwing, just let me sit behind the dish. Like catching's terrifying. I don't really want to do it, but I think that playing shortstop, like to have 8 of the 9 would how's shortstop the one that I don't have,
Well, only the creme de la creme of athletes make it as a big league shortstop. So it's like, that's your last one.
How quickly were you kicked from short?
What?
How quickly were you kicked from short?
I'm just saying,
games?
to be a big league shortstop, you have to be really super athletic and pretty much the best athlete out there. So
that's why I just want 1 inning. I don't claim to be the most athletic. I just want 3 outs.
I like what you're saying.
The Twins were thinking. I don't know.
I like what you're saying about a non-catcher catching when a position player pitches. Just make the whole battery, first timers.
That's the only way I would do it. I would never catch an actual pitcher. You couldn't pay me enough money to like sit back there and be like, hey man, call the game and then catch it. I was like, I'm just gonna get hit in the face mask 10 times. Like, I'm not doing that.
I just had
Especially
a really
the way
good
guys throw now.
Trev, I had a real good hypothetical on Twitter I just tweeted out, and it was, would you rather catch an Aroldis Chapman fastball, full catcher's equipment, but you have 2 cleats on your hands, or no catcher's equipment, but a catcher's glove?
Catcher's glove.
But you don't have a face mask.
So what?
Or a cup.
Or a cup. Yeah, what if he spikes it?
You're going to go like this?
But you got a mask on at least.
Do you have to? You don't have to catch it. Can you get out of the way? Like, you can't possibly catch it with spikes on your hands. Can you just like dive out of the way?
Do you think it's going to feel good to get hit with an Aroldis Chapman fastball because you have a face mask on?
No, but it's not going to kill me.
Could be better than death.
I don't know.
That's the
I think.
alternative.
I don't
Wow.
know.